YouTube, what's the word? Lazero2 Official. I'm back on another video. So listen, I appreciate all the new subscribers, all my new viewers. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So look, let's run it up again. I need 500 subscribers to my YouTube channel so I can start monetizing my channel. You know what I'm saying? I can go live. I can start doing things like that. So I can start helping people. You know what I'm saying? I want to start helping people. So I need more subscribers. The more subscribers, more likes, the more comments I get, the more free videos I can drop just like this. So today we're going to be talking about, right, how I repair my own credit, the steps and tricks I took to do it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this video. Make a long story short, I had good credit in the past. You know, didn't know nothing about credit like that. You know, I was young, didn't know how powerful credit was. So I used to see this guy every day at the car wash. You know, I used to work at a car wash. So I used to see this guy at the car wash. You know, he used to come to the car wash like every other week with different cars and stuff like that. Very clean person. So one day I asked him, like, what do you do? So he told me he do credit. He asked me about my credit score. I told him I don't know. So I ended up downloading Credit Karma. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I like Credit Karma in a minute, so watch the video all the way through. So I download Credit Karma. You know, I didn't have anything reporting on my credit, which means like I didn't have nothing, no credit at all. No credit at all, no credit score, no nothing. So we end up building it out, you know, a few weeks, added some authorized users, you know, some primaries to my credit profile. So I ended up getting an email, you know, a few weeks down the line saying that my credit score went up 80 some points, 100 some points, 700 on all three credit bureaus. FICO score was 700. I had a very strong credit profile, which the guy that I met was telling me, you know, he was guiding me on my credit. So I was like, what's the next step? You know, he was like, let's go get some vehicles. Did an auto loan through Capital One. They approved me, no money down. I ended up getting 2 vehicles from them. So I was riding around, not paying no car note. I ended up selling one of the vehicles. I had some credit cards. The highest credit card I had was like 27,000. And I was just swiping like crazy, not paying no credit card bills, not nothing. I'm thinking the money just free, not knowing. So, make a long story short, the cars end up getting repoed, the credit cards end up getting shut down. You know, life happens. And I ended up having a kid, so I needed to use my credit for something. You know, this was a couple of years down the line. I ended up needing to use my credit for something. Don't remember really what it was, but I ended up knowing I got denied. You know, they was telling me like, you got negative accounts on your report on your credit score too low. So I started doing research on how to repair and get things removed off my credit report. So I started YouTubing, Googling, and, you know, going back to Credit Karma and stuff like that, right? Sending out dispute letters. None of the big stuff is getting removed. You know, late payments, collections, stuff like that. A couple of inquiries were getting removed, but I didn't care about inquiries. I wanted the big things removed. So Credit Karma was not accurate. So the things they say that was on my credit, some of it was and some of it wasn't. So TransUnion ended up sending me my credit report. So I'm doing my analytics through TransUnion and, you know, Credit Karma. And to be honest, Credit Karma wasn't showing me everything that really was on my credit. So TransUnion was showing me everything. And I end up, you know, counseling Credit Karma because Credit Karma don't work. So I end up getting Identity IQ. It's a great credit monitoring service. I've been using them for like 3 years now. I've been using them on my credit repair journey, so I love them. They give you identity protection. They make sure your SSN, your birthday, is not on the dark web. They give you real-time alerts Credit Karma does none of this. So I end up going with Identity IQ, you know, and accurate credit report all the way through, all 3 credit bureaus. Credit Karma does not give you all 3 credit bureaus. They only give you TransUnion and Equifax. So I had all 3 credit bureaus. I felt confident with Identity IQ. So if you guys want to use Identity IQ, I recommend Identity IQ. I'm gonna leave the link below. You can also get your credit report for $1. That's another way that you can, you know, support my YouTube channel because I'm affiliated with them. So I'm gonna leave the link below. Get your credit report for $1, all 3 credit bureaus. And I started, you know, going on YouTube, Facebook, all that. And the dispute letters I was using wasn't working. There was old letters 20 years ago, wasn't working. So, make a long story short, I end up paying for some, you know, mentorship. Just, you know, I end up paying for it, watching the videos, you know, doing what I'm supposed to do with the videos, stuff like that. So, finally, I end up getting some results, getting things, the big stuff removed, late payments, collections, all that stuff was getting removed. But it wasn't instantly, you know, it wasn't like instant. It took time. It took time. Like when you're doing credit repair and you're doing that process takes time. You gotta have patience. So, you know, I was getting, you know, alerts from Identity IQ, you know, telling me this got removed, this got removed, this got removed. You know, I just didn't know. Like, you would pay for things, like in the long run, trying to do stuff by yourself, you would pay for it at the long run. It's more better when you pay for some information that somebody already got. It's cool to pay. Like, I was trying to do it for free for years and it wasn't working. So I'm glad I paid for the mentorship. So now I know I'm real savage on credit repair. Like anything about credit, I'm real savage with it. So I can get anything removed from a credit report now. It took me years though. So I do have an ebook. And since you watched this video all the way through, right, you might need help with your credit. You might need help. So I'm gonna give away a free ebook, right? I'm gonna give away a free ebook, but you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel and you have to comment. Comment the word ebook and I will, you know, send you the link so you get the ebook for free. So you start, you know, removing some things off your credit, or you just want to get the ebook just to learn about credit. You know, it's worth it 100%. So yeah, like I say, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. The more subscribers, the more comments, the more likes I get, I can drop more free videos just like this. So let me know down in the comments what you want me to talk about next.